All right, guys, so this is gonna be a simple, a little bit complicated, but not so complicated video. So this is a Range Rover 2007. Okay, I've got it all torn apart because I'm doing some work to it. But this is a 2007 Range Rover L322 full model, one of the Vogues, I believe it's called. And basically what happened was that it started off as a problem within a year ago where the handle broke at first, right? So after the handle broke, then only the cable was exposed here. And I used to be able to pull this cable here. And when I pulled on it with some pliers, it was still able to open up the bonnet or the hood, whatever you want to call it. And that worked for some time until recently. Basically what happened was these things were rusted. So, or I'm not sure if you would call it rusted or seized, but these holes were locked into position and they weren't able to release the bonnet. So the hood has these teeth underneath it. You look at these teeth, bam, they have the teeth underneath, right? So the teeth, they have the springs. The springs, those teeth go into here, and then the springs compress down, and they basically keep the hood attached and locked inside of the vehicle so that it doesn't pop back up. And so it's a two-step system where you have to pull the hood inside, then these little metal pieces on the inside of these, what are they called? I forgot the word for the part, but basically latches. Yeah, so these are the bonnet latches, the hood latches, and those latches basically go this way. They go in to the right every time you pull the lever, right? So bam, then the teeth pop out. This disconnects, the springs make it bounce back up, and then you pull this lever. It's a two-step system to unlock the hood, right? So anyway, the handle broke on the inside, then the cable wouldn't work, and it popped because recently the hood flew up while I was on the highway, and I had to force it back down. So it basically, I couldn't open the hood. Super easy, convenient way that you can get to it. If your hood is closed and you have your grill on it, what you do is you just pull on the bottom of your grill, pull it up on both sides. It's gonna break because I broke mine. You can see that I broke mine. Mine broke. But I mean, if this is the only way to get into the car, then it's the only way you could get into the car. When I close the hood, it still holds the grill in place. So I guess it's fine for now. I could just replace the hood later, and I just have to replace the latch system as well as the cable that goes inside the car. I'm gonna do that all at once. But point is that after you get the grill popped up, you pull it from the bottom on both sides, you remove the grill. On the left side, if it's still there, you're gonna see the cable. It's gonna be running along the right side of it. You can pull that cable to the right. And just so you guys can see what it does, so I'm gonna put my pliers in there. I'm gonna put some pressure against it, and I'm gonna pull the cable to the right, and it pulls back that tooth in order to open up the bonnet, right? This side, I wasn't so lucky. When I tried to pull the cable broke, and basically the cable came loose. It's down here, right? So it's no longer attached, and that's the reason why it wouldn't open to begin with, because this was no longer attached. It broke off of the mechanism, which is basically the latch system. So what you have to do instead, if you look at the part, I'll place a picture of the part and I'll circle it for you so you could see where the teeth are at. But on the front end, so where's the hole? The hole's right here in the center of the bonnet latch. Towards the front, which is, let's see, where's the hole? So towards the front, which is this front area, a little bit more ahead this way, there's gonna be a latch that you could pull left to right. So you just have to get something that has sort of a hook to it. You can use a hanger. I used this screwdriver with a little bit of a weird hook to it, and I got it in from underneath, and then I hooked it right here. I'm gonna put this here. I hooked it from underneath. So look how I'm doing it. Hook it from underneath, and it's gonna get down here. And then what you're gonna do is with your other hand, you're gonna feel around the front of it, and you're gonna try to feel for the tooth. There's gonna be a tooth that pull, like a lever kind of tooth that pulls in the front of the bonnet latch. So it's gonna be somewhere up here in the front. It's right here where my finger is at, basically. So you can't see it, but let me see if I could get in there so you can see. Okay. Okay, yeah, so you can see. So here's the tooth. You see that tooth? So the tooth is there. Let me see if I can hold my phone here so you could see what's happening basically. I get the screwdriver in through the front and I'm getting on this tooth. Here we go. And then all we're doing is moving that tooth to the right, right? So let me show you what that does. So when you get it in there and you find the tooth and you move it to the right, what it's going to do, sorry, trying to get my hand under there too at the same time. Hold on, I'll pull back up the camera right now. Okay, so once you get it under there, then you can pull this to the right and it's gonna pop that up. So once you pull that one on that side, that'll release both of those, and then you could get your hand underneath and pop this open. That's gonna be the easiest, fastest way to open up the hood without having to take off the light, take off the front bumper. A lot of people on YouTube were recommending to remove the wheel cover and go from underneath. This is gonna be the fastest way. Pull that cable, this cable right here. You see it? Pull that cable to the right. So you pull it this way. You can do that with some needle nose pliers. And then get something with an angle to it so that you can get in from underneath here. And then I already showed you, that's basically how you pull this tooth to the side. And that's for a 2007 Range Rover. I'm pretty sure that'll go from like 2003 to 2009. I'm not sure what the L322 specific models, but that should help you guys out. Hopefully you figure it out. Also forgot to mention these little flaps here. These are just plastics that were, so these plastics were right here in front of it, and that kind of holds on to, I guess, stop water from getting behind there or something. All I did was just pop it loose, and then I pulled them to the side, and I kind of tucked them in down there. Same thing on this side. You just pull it down and just tuck them to the side, and we figured that out. That's done. So that's how you get it loose. You get that loose, you get that loose, lever, cable on that side if it's not broken. If not, I'm pretty sure it's a lever as well that you can get in probably through the bottom here. And then that's how you get into your Range Rover without the latch or without the cable running along.